Chance has smiled upon... Imagine... I cannot...
Let's hope that an examination of this top hat will reveal to us the identity of its owner.
It will, you can be sure of that.
For once, I must insist that you allow me to work alone, Holmes.
As you wish. Take your time. I will examine this hat at my work table.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, otherwise known as the Crashtament of Sherlock Holmes. Crashed at the end of last session as we came here and it auto-saved, as you just saw. I had a bit of a search and it said to play it in windowed mode, so I'm now playing in windowed mode. So the game looks a bit different, that's why. Hopefully, it's not going to crash anymore. Hopefully.
I will examine this hat at my work table.
Oh, this is the work table. Oh, I see. Let's examine it then.
This hat is of an exceptional quality. The man who owned it is wealthy.
Evidence? Okay, well...
Someone has changed the ribbon for another, more modern one, which shows a certain taste for current fashions. Not a mistress, but someone who pays attention to details. This man is married.
How can you rule out mistress?
His hair is greying, and judging by the odour, he puts camphor on it. He is probably in his early 50s.
How do you know his hair is greying from this?
This hat was made to measure by a well-known hatter located near the Old Bailey.
Oh, I see. Magically, I've been able to see these from the outside. It's just... that's silly.
Heat marks, and a strong smell of tobacco. A cigar smoker, which confirms that this hat belongs to the reporter's visitor.
And he probably wears glasses, I assume.
Someone has changed the ribbon. Someone... Slight scratch marks.
Yeah, yeah.
Slight scratch marks.
Okay.
The man wears glasses.
All right.
And whenever he puts them on, he grazes the sides of his hat. This would suggest that he is educated and long-sighted rather than short-sighted. I now have an excellent description of the man that I am looking for. The journalist's mysterious visitor is in a profession highly placed on the social scale. He is rich and married. He must have called Scotland Yard in Farley's presence. He frequents the law courts, from which he makes his purchases. This man is a judge. Let us look through my files to see if I can identify this judge. I have a memoir on the most influential judges.
Okay, I can understand why he's... I don't know if anyone else kind of caught the kind of, oh, he must be long-sighted rather than short-sighted, which kind of threw me slightly. But long-sighted means he would need reading glasses. So if he's not reading, he doesn't need his glasses, which means he's only going to be putting them on occasionally, in contrast to maybe someone who's more short-sighted and needs it for that distance, which is kind of your average situation. We want to come down here, I think. Maybe not. Ooh, hello.
I have found my file. I must place it on my work table.
Of course you must, because there's no other way you can read. You can't read standing up. What madness is that? Right. Well, he wears a hat. Don't know if he's smoking. Well, he obviously wears a hat. He's got one. He's smoking a cigar. He wears glasses. He's married. His hair is greying. Right, he's married, but he doesn't have any of the others. His hair is greyish. Oh, he does wear glasses. He actually got them on his face. You wear glasses. I can't actually see because this is not brilliant. Oh, you've edited things into these old pictures, apart from this one, which is computer generated. And so there's some bits you have to scan over. He's married and he has got a cigar.
Right. It is him, Judge Beckett.
Have you discovered the top hat's secrets, Holmes?
Watson, this hat belongs to Sir Coots Beckett, a judge of the court at the Palace of Justice in London.
A judge? Wait, did you say Sir Beckett? That name rings a bell. Yes, that's it. What an extraordinary coincidence.
Indeed.
Holmes, I was reading something about him in the Globe Explorer only this morning.
What a coincidence.
Decidedly. This Beckett seems to have solid ties with the gutter press.
I bought it from a rascal who ran off without giving me my change. I'm sure that I've seen him before, and...
Spare me the details, Watson. Show me the article.
Right. A generous lady. Lady Cathy Coots Beckett. Fairly sure it'd be Catherine. Use her full name, please. Lady Catherine Coots Beckett, wife of the Honourable Judge Coots Beckett, is an exceptional woman who freely gives her time and her money towards the education of deprived children. When most of the city's great families close the doors of their luxurious mansions to the poor, Lady Beckett opens hers and has created a school for illiterate children. This class has been open for 8 years now, and according to our estimations, nearly 150 children in need have learned to read and write here. 150 children who, thanks to this woman's generosity, have been able to avoid the plight of the beggar and have found worthy jobs. But this is not all. As well as enabling their access to culture and education, Lady Beckett also takes the children on holiday, along with the servants whose help is needed to assist with an entire class of students. This year she is taking them to Portsmouth. For most, it will be the first time they have seen the sea. Yeah. They're in London. Technically, the sea goes actually into London, just the way the tides work and whatnot. Exceptionally, Judge Beckett will not be going along for the trip. The eminent magistrate is currently in London retained in London by important current files. We wish an excellent holiday to the devoted lady and her pupils, and we thank her for a generous undertaking.
So, Lady Beckett is on holiday in Portsmouth. That means her husband is at home alone. Good. We shall pay a courtesy call, Watson. With a little luck, we shall leave with a few habanos clarissimo.
That you should interest a judge of the High Court isn't surprising. You have solved so many criminal affairs that there are 1,000 reasons why a magistrate should be interested in you. But why should this one feel the need to act in shadows?
It's true that it's surprising. Perhaps he simply wishes to avoid being seen in the company of this Farley fellow.
Mr. Kirby, our local postman, owes me a favour. He'll give me Beckett's address. At this hour, he should still be at the post office. I'll go there, Holmes.
Good, Watson, but be quick about it. While you're gone, I'll make preparations for our visit.
Who am I playing as, eh?
Sir Coots Beckett.
Oh.
I've got the address. We can go round after a nice cup of tea.
Don't get too comfortable, Watson. We're leaving immediately.
But I wanted a cup of tea. Judge Beckett.
This is the front of Judge Beckett's property. It's enormous. It looks very luxurious, Holmes. This man has conducted his career brilliantly. Who says that crime doesn't pay? It all depends upon for whom.
You never said a truer word, Watson. Now, let's try to find a way in.
What's that package you are carrying,
Oh,
Holmes?
I was about to ask that.
You haven't said a word about it all the way here.
Cakes for my old aunt.
Your old aunt? Stop pulling my leg, Holmes.
If you want a sensible answer, then you should ask a sensible question.
Very well. I'm going to ring the doorbell. That should be an appropriate task for someone like me.
No, leave it. I'll do it.
You can't even be trusted with that, Watson.
Closed.
I assume it's the hat, although that's the wrong shape for a hat box. So it can't be the hat.
No reply. The house seems empty. Shall we wait?
We're going to break in.
No, we shall enter discreetly. The judge's absence is a blessing. It means that we can investigate without being disturbed.
We can break
You're
in.
thinking of breaking into the judge's house? Have you gone mad, Holmes?
Yes.
Don't worry. I shall be careful to remove any traces of our visit.
Listen to yourself, Holmes. You're talking like a common criminal.
Well, you're around that way. We can talk to this flower girl out here.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson. How nice to see you again. Do you remember me?
Nope.
Of course, Miss Lucy.
Lucy!
How could anyone
Okay.
forget so pretty a smile? You are looking lovely.
Watson, we have things to do.
Holmes, you remember Lucy? We met her during our last investigation in Whitechapel, on the trail of Jack the Ripper.
I remember only the essential details of the case.
This brief meeting has been very pleasant, but sadly, I must leave you, my dear Lucy.
I'll see you soon, Doctor.
I don't think Holmes met her, to be fair to Holmes. Because it was. I think she was a previous acquaintance of Watson's, if I remember. I remember the plot properly.
Another bank that has gone bankrupt.
If this carries on, the whole country will be ruined.
When did this come out? 2012. Complicated. Let's move on from politics. No, we need to go that way. Unless there's something else that way.
Someone moving. Even the residents in the well-off area are having to leave their homes. What a time.
It is not surprising. The lack of goods and work makes life hard in London.
Whee! Can I talk to these people?
We must...
Very well.
It is not...
No, I wanted. Okay, I want to interact with that group. Thinking that maybe I can interact with the people. I can't go further that way, so maybe we do have to go all the way around. Oh no, it's a little side way here.
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see. I need a supple pin, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes.
Okay, I'm gonna actually go back to this so I can try and control it reasonably well. I assume I'm gonna have to talk to Lucy about it. Do you have a hat pin or something that's supple?
Ah, Lucy, you have no idea how heart-lifting it is to meet you here like this, particularly at this time. Tell me what you've been doing. You've become a florist.
Oh yes, Doctor, I am a florist. And I'm married now with beautiful little twin girls.
Congratulations, Lucy.
Enough about me. Can I help you with something? A pretty bouquet, perhaps?
Not at the moment, Lucy. I really need a supple metal stem. A plant prop should do.
Oh, I see. Is it to open a door or a window?
Aha, Lucy, you are a surprising lady. Let's just say that the lock on the door to my flat gets stuck, and I should like to get in through the window.
In that case, a prop wouldn't work. Better to use a hair grip.
Yes.
It's the ideal tool for an honest man who wants to get into his house without going in through the door.
You are wonderful, Lucy.
Goodbye, Doctor.
And I'm... Yes, thank you. Do I use it or do I give it to you? Right, so... I think it's got to be up like that, and then it's down slightly, and then it's like that, and then it's sharply down. Because you just got to match the scratches. There we go. Like that.
Good, we can pass. Here's the kitchen. There's enough room to feed a dozen people in here.
Yes, according to the newspaper, the judge's wife also feeds her pupils, in addition to teaching them.
I'm actually going to go back to this scene. Sometimes I think if you're moving around and want to go quickly, that one's better.
Cooking oil.
In some, I think this is better. For slightly more looking around, puzzling aspects. Although, having said that, we did find a couple of occasions last time where actually it was much harder to do things in this scene because you couldn't see everything.
This classroom is magnificent. These children are very lucky.
Mrs. Beckett. That's not her surname. Her surname is Coots Beckett. It's double-barreled.
This photograph was taken on Judge Beckett's wedding day.
Let's steal it.
This is a photo of the judge and his wife.
Let's steal it.
Can you hear that small metallic sound? There is something inside there.
There is some connection between cities and numbers on top of the box, but I lack...
Okay, right. Photo. So that's a 6 for Delhi. And that's 10 for London.
Perfect.
Where was this one? Well, it's only 6. Oh, Bombay. But you're not 6. Like,
The clock point...
yeah. 6. Oh, 6 p.m. I don't know how you can tell it from that. I don't know how you can tell it from that.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
I don't know how you can tell it's from... I don't know how from a 12-hour clock you can tell if it's PM or AM.
A key.
Do we still have the pic? No, we don't have the pictures. Right here? No. Got anything? Genius! Apparently. Freedom of Press. Find his keepers. Found the key. I can't look at the pictures again now. It might have been that it was just, there was a particular sign on it that made it obvious it was late.
The blackboard shows the last lesson given to the children. Ancient Greek.
No, it's not ancient Greek. It was the ancient Greeks. So tragedy and comedy, theatre. The word theatre is Greek itself. Most indoor theatres follow the Greek plan. The Olympics, marathon, assume the Battle of, the first alphabet with vowels. Oh, hello. Oh dear, this is all. So find a logical sequence in Roman numerals using all the available shafts. None of the numbers should be greater than 10. Each sum must be larger than the previous one. You can use 10 only once. Okay.